Before I explain what the UN Women 2013 ad campaign is, I would like you to do something. Please go on the Google website, but please use the Japanese Google, right? So it's google.co.jp. And then type the words women should. Just this, but please type in Japanese. I can't help you with this, so hopefully you can agree how would you translate this in Japanese. So women should, and stop. And see how Google finishes the sentence. Right? See what appears after you're done typing women should, again in Japanese. And please take a picture of the results with your phone. So please stop this video and go ahead, go on google.co.jp and type women should in Japanese. I cannot guess what the results were on the Japanese Google, but I was curious to see what the results would be on the French Google. So I did a similar activity on the French Google in 2018. I typed les femmes doivent, which is women should, and this is what appeared. A few things annoyed me. The very first one, as you can see here, was women should cook. Then the next three are a bit unusual, so I'll get to them later. And then number 5 and number 6 are again about women's rights or the image of women. That is, should women work? So that is a question, right? So that means maybe women shouldn't work. And then the next one was actually asking whether women should work or stay at home. So on the French Google, you have pretty strong stereotypes about women. As I said, a few of them surprised me, like this number 2, the next one, number 4, and then again these 2. It's about religion, which translates for the second one. Should women go to the mosque? Then the next one, should women pray in a loud voice? Or the next one, should women pray in a quiet voice? And should women pray at home? I am really curious why these results showed up. So, I mean, obviously the reason is that that's what a lot of people type. I'm just very surprised that religion is so important because from my experience of French culture, this is not what I'm used to. I also did it on the Italian Google, and in this case there is no religion there, but clearly a lot of stereotypes about women. So this one, for instance, women should stay at home. The next one, women should be beautiful. The next one, women should have children. Or yet the next one, women should take care of the house, the children, and accept that their husbands cheat on them. So yes, big, huge stereotypes about women. So what you did on the Google, on the Japanese Google, and what I did on the French and the Italian Google is what the United Nations Women did in 2013. And basically what we all did is that we used Google's autocomplete function, right? So basically the autocomplete function gives you choices on how to finish your question or your search. And this is based on what most people type, right? So the autocomplete function shows what people type into their search engine, what people often type into their search engine. And basically the United Nations Women wanted to highlight how common discrimination against women is. And that was in 2013, and as you can see, it is still common in 2018. In the context of our class, this is where we are, right? So basically the topic is stereotypes are common and toxic, so bad for people. And as disappointed as I am by what we see with the Google search engine, I do want to connect these stereotypes about women to what we listen to for the He for She campaign, what Emma Watson said about men as well. In case you don't remember, in the He for She campaign, Emma Watson claims men don't have the benefits of equality either, right? So yes, most of the time we are very aware that women are not treated equally, but she believes, and I agree with her, that it is also the case for men. She also says men are imprisoned by gender stereotypes. So like the stereotypes also create a prison for men, not just for women. And I truly believe that if we want to fight gender bias, so if we want to fight stereotypes about women, we also need to fight stereotypes about men, right? So we have to fight for the rights of all sides. With the United Nations Women campaign, the most common ways to finish the sentences in English were women should stay at home, women should be slaves, women should be in the kitchen. These stereotypes are horrible, but also what does it mean for men? What about men who would want to be able to stay at home and raise their children, right? How about men who love cooking and would like to be able to spend more time in the kitchen? If this is what women are supposed to do, then for men it becomes a bit difficult to do it, right? Or else maybe they're going to be teased and be told, you're just like a woman, correct? For the United Nations Women campaign, when you typed women shouldn't, the way the sentence finished was women shouldn't have rights, women shouldn't vote, and women shouldn't work. Again, these stereotypes about women are terrible. It makes me really sad that a lot of people type this when they do searches on Google, but it is reality, right? So, well, we got to deal with that. But again, I believe that to be able to deal with it completely, we also need to think about what it means for men, right? So, for instance, women shouldn't work, so that means men have to work, right? How about, again, men who would like to stay at home, be a stay-at-home dad and take care of the family? Or for the last one that I didn't mention earlier, it says here, women shouldn't box, right? Like boxing. So that means men should box. That's a men's sport. But what about men who don't like this sport and would like to do something different, like ballet? And there's a beautiful movie about this, and actually book called Billy Elliot. I highly recommend it. So yes, the United Nations Women campaign in 2013 showed how common and dangerous discrimination against women is, and sadly it still is the case in 2018. But I also believe it influences images of men, right? What women should do, men shouldn't do, or what women shouldn't do, men should do, right? We work together, right? So for me, I also think these stereotypes are dangerous or at least difficult for men. So when we talk about fighting against stereotypes, I would like you to think we need to fight for both sides, men and women.